Are we good? We're good. Hello. Hello everybody. We're alive. I'm Amanda Call. This is my channel. This is my comic page that I've already been working on for a couple of streams because all of these little rocks and things and horsies are taking a long time to draw. So this is a page from my webcomic Age of Night. This is chapter 29, page 9, and we have worked on it for a couple of streams. We have the first panel most of the way drawn, 3 more panels that are really just kind of roughed in, and we're going to see if we can finish penciling it this evening over the course of the next hour or so. I'm going to sharpen my pencil and we're going to dive in because I would really like to get this page finished. Well, finished penciling it tonight. Anyway, that would be ideal. I'm going to pull up my reference image of this location, my reference images, and see what I can find that I can work with. Yeah, that'll work. But anyway, how is everybody doing? Hope you're all having a good week so far. Had a good weekend. Put some more shrubberies over here. By this rock. Okay, let's not do that. My phone's like, what if the image you were looking at, I suddenly made it go away? How about no? Got some weird shapes in this rock, but that's kind of what makes it fun and cool. Where's my eraser? Where's my eraser? There it is. Okay. Some of these weird little like cracked bits down here. And then we've also got some more trees. Okay. So at this point, I've got to fill in on that big top panel. I've just got to kind of fill in some more of the background where we don't want to get too involved because this is going to be pushed pretty far back. It is not the focus of this panel. And we're going to see there's some more. We're going to still see some of this like change in elevation in the land back here. So we're going to have a few trees that start a little bit further up, further back. So you still get that impression of like we're on a hillside kind of area. And I have a couple of figures left over here that I need to fill in. So this shadow needs to come across there. There we go. All right, so we've got Kamaria and Wen over here on the side. And they're off in the background, so we don't need a ton of detail on them. Just need to be able to tell that, oh yeah, there's the big curly black hair on Kamaria. I feel like I keep hitting the camera with my head. I think I need to like scoot a little bit because I keep on nudging it. I don't know if that's like if I'm like shaking the video when I do this, but I keep on hitting it with my head and it's not fun. All right, we've got Wen back here. There we go. And we're going to have one more of their escort back here. But yeah, these guys are pretty far back, so this guy and this horse are just kind of like very vague suggestions. Okay. Yay! We finally finished the first panel. Yay! Okay, finally, time to move on. What is even happening in the rest of these panels? It's been so long since I started. Thankfully, I have my script. I don't want to show you too much of my script. I have my script over here. And I have I also don't want to show you too much of my thumbnails. I don't want to give anything away, but thumbnails, there's part of the thumbnail there. Yep, I have those off on the side here. So I can remind myself, what is going on? What are we doing? What are we saying? Okay, this is gonna be Captain Lolly, and we have Thel and Drake. Okay, now I remember what I'm drawing here. So that's good. What is going on with this pose? I don't know why her shoulder is way up there. Where's my eraser? What? There it is. Okay. I don't know what I was doing when I roughed that in. It's kind of awkward. I'm going to try to make this less awkward. Okay. And then we've got a horsey head back here. Hey, time to draw comics. Hey, Spud. Thanks so much for joining me. Glad you're able to make it. Looking at my reference images. Could I could my if my computer could like function, that would be great. What are we doing? Okay. Apparently it's just being foolish. That's fine. Fine. Be that way. All right. Refine this character's face a little bit. All right. Hope you are doing well, Spud. Had a good weekend. Nice. Yeah, we've had some pretty good weather here too. We had a very nice weekend. It was kind of rainy today though. It kept on going back and forth between raining and being really nice out. And of course, the one time I went outside to walk the dog is when it decided to rain for just long enough to make it really humid out. I was like, why? Every other time I, like, went outside for just a couple of minutes to check the mail or get the kids from the bus or whatever, it was like, "Oh, it's so gorgeous out." One time I'm going to be outside for any length of time, and then it's like, "No. What if instead I was gross right now?" I'm like, "Thanks." That eye feels like it's trying to escape. It's a little too far over. Hey, that's great. That's just how it works. Scooch this eye over just a little bit. That's better. My life as a comic. Yeah, pretty much. Always something. Which, oh my goodness, along with that, this weekend, no, I think it was must have been Friday. Yeah, Friday, I went to the post office to check my PO box and to check the work PO box. And as I get there, there's like a couple of guys arguing in front of the post office. And I noticed that there's like broken glass in the road. And I'm like, oh, somebody must have had a fender bender. Well, that's unfortunate. Go in the post office, collect my mail, come back out, and now not only are these two guys arguing, and now there's also a police officer out there arguing with them or trying to like, I guess, adjudicate this argument, keep it from turning into like a physical altercation, get to the bottom of the situation, whatever. But the one guy is like, "What? No, I totally didn't do anything." And the other guy is like, "I could see the tire tracks going straight from where you parked your car to right where you hit that car." And blah, blah, blah. And they're in the middle of the street having this argument. And I am parked between their vehicles. So I did not realize when I parked there that the situation was going on. And so I go to get in my vehicle and just like, leave, go about my day. And meanwhile, their argument has migrated to being right behind my vehicle. So I'm just like I like look right at the police officer and these guys arguing and like get in my car, close the door and start it up and it's just like anytime guys, can you please have your argument somewhere other than the middle of the street directly behind my car? Eventually the cop was like, yeah, here, let's move, guys." But it's just like, can we I'm not involved in this. Can I please go? I also just feel that it's necessary to add that uh where I live, nothing like ever happens. The police will go days on end without getting any sort of calls for anything. So it's just like, of course, this is happening right when I am here. The only thing that is probably happening at this police station today. Always some kind of silliness happening. All right, I need do. Oh, you know what? I just realized I did something silly. She's wearing her helmet in the first panel and not in this one. I think I'm just gonna remove it in the first panel. She's just riding casual. Okay, I don't like the spear coming like out of the back of her head like that. Let's do this. Do. I need it to not be coming out of the back of her head or running into the people behind her. How are we gonna do this? Let's do it like this. That's slightly better. All right, I'm gonna go back and fix that because that's a very silly kind of consistency error to have on even just one page altogether. Never mind, like over the course of a couple of pages. Literally, the panels are right next to each other. Come on, Amanda, figure it out. So her helmet is going to be tucked behind her on the back of her horse there. There we go. Okay. East fixed. Okay, and we've got Drake. We've got Thel holding Drake kind of in his lap. I hope they don't get attacked. This is like watching someone not wear a seatbelt in a movie. Oh, goodness. I'm like, "Why aren't you wearing your helmet?" It's the one that makes me nuts in, like, all the sci-fi TV series and movies when they're like, "Oh, the atmosphere is breathable," and then they all just take off their helmets, and it's like, "Ah!" Okay, so you can breathe the air. That doesn't mean that it's not full of, like, pathogens. Like, stop it! Put your helmet back on. What are you doing? Right? Right? Like, come on. What are we doing? Like, why would you why would you do that? Okay, there's part of a horse. Enough of a horse for you to realize, ah, yes, horse. It's really all I'm going for there. I do need to sharpen my pencil again because these guys are not very large. Ah! Can I, is that, what if I get, I'm working on a very tiny piece, a very tiny part. Is that all blurry now? I feel like I've messed up the focus now. Hold on, hold please. Let me fix the focus because now that looks silly. Maybe now I'll stop banging my head into the camera now that it's like much closer to the paper and I can just kind of like hover over it instead of it being right where my head is. Okay, come on. Yes, I know, camera not available because I'm using it, but can I work on the focus, please? That's not good. Is that better? That's worse. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Okay. All right, there we've got Drake sitting on Thel's lap. Your hair's a little extra floofy there, Thel. Let's make it not quite that floofy. Well, I'm still managing to hit my camera. How am I doing this? What is my problem today? All right, we've got more packs and things on the back of the horsey. Okay, and then we can just kind of put in some suggestion of background. So we're gonna have like, you know, some tree. We're gonna have some rock, other tree. Most of this is gonna get covered up by word balloons, so I'm not going too crazy with it. There we go. Okay. Yay, now we have another panel done. It's kind of wild how much longer this panel took than this panel. This is part of why when people are like, "How long does it take you to make a comic page?" And I'm like, "Good question. That depends entirely on what is on said comic page." Is it just a talking head page? Not long at all. Do I have to do like big complicated backgrounds and horses and military equipment? Then lots of time. It takes lots of time, in fact. All right, trying to figure out more or less where all of the various components of this character's armor are going to be as they are dismounting. Why am I not in frame? Come on now. And then we got a horsey butt. Hello. Hey, Armand. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you are doing well. Thanks. This is a page from my webcomic, Age of Night. We've been working on this this is the third stream now because this top panel took me way too long. And now I'm getting through the other panels much faster because they don't involve quite so much stuff. All right, we've got some packs. Her helmet's up here. We've got another pack, which is gonna hide some of what her hand is doing there. That's okay. Some of the saddle. A lot of this is going to just get obscured by horse butt and packs. How long have I been drawing for? Since I could hold a pencil like this. No. So, yes and no. I am 38 years old. I have been drawing since my entire life. I didn't get serious about like actually learning what I was doing until about 20 years ago. So, I mean, I always drew as a teenager and everything as a kid. I always loved to draw, and that was always the thing I was like talented at. But I did not actually study until I went to college. I went to an art school, the Savannah College of Art and Design, and got a degree in comics, which is a thing that you can do. And yeah, that's when I actually learned how to draw for real and have been doing it professionally and just for my own edification ever since. So, okay, let's get this horse butt. Horsey tail. What is happening here? There we go. Hey, Hungry, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to have some of the helmet up here. All right. Hold still there, paper. I need to sharpen my pencil again. So what is it? It's 8:42 already. Okay, I'm gonna do while I'm sharpening my pencil. We're gonna do a quick swerve here for a second. So the other thing that I have coming up this coming week. Where did I put this? Why am I like this? Why am I so disorganized? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Good grief. All right. So this coming weekend, you know what? Not this coming weekend, but next weekend, my convention season is going to be starting up with the Maine Oddities show, or the Maine Odd and Unusual show, I think is the official title, in Augusta, Maine, at the Augusta Civic Center, which will be a very fun show. But before that, that is Memorial Day weekend. This coming weekend, next weekend, I have the Great Strides cystic fibrosis fundraiser walk. And as I normally do, I have a piece of original artwork that I created, this kind of like traditional tattoo style design of a rose and a kitty. I said, stop and smell the roses. And I am going to be raffling this off. Everyone who donates to my particular fundraiser page is going to be getting an entry to win. And everyone who donates also will get a cool sticker of this design. And that's the only way you can get this sticker design. I will not be selling them otherwise. I will only be uh, giving them away to people who donate. Facebook, why do you do this, man? I just want this part. Thank you. Okay. So, if that is a thing you are interested in donating to, that would be fantastic. I'm going to put a link in the chat here. I'll put it in the description when this is over too. Okay. Hopefully that actually does the thing. But yeah, so I do this every year. I've been doing Great Strides for, oh, frig, I don't know, this is 11 years now, 10 or 11 years now, a long time. Because my niece has CF, and so this is something that our family does every year. We do the Great Strides fundraiser walk, and I try to sweeten the pot a little bit by offering some kind of art, either as like a raffle or an auction or something like that for donors. The last couple of years, I have given away an exclusive sticker and raffled off the original illustration that the sticker is made from. So that seemed to work really well last year. I liked it because everybody who contributed got something, and one person got something really super awesome. So that is that is cool if that's a thing you would like to contribute to, or at the very least, if you can't contribute to it for whatever reason at this time, just like help spread the word. I appreciate it. All right. That's where she's getting down from her horsey. Gotta make sure she's got her little black swatch of fur there. But yes, I can hardly believe that in just like a week and a half, I'm gonna be starting up convention season. Ah! I've ordered a bunch of stuff. I have a bunch more stuff I need to work on. I need to actually inventory some of my stuff that I'm like, do I have what I need for that? I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's gonna be the main Odd and Unusual show, Memorial Day weekend, followed by, like, 2 weeks after that, Galacticon in Brewer, Maine. That's just a little one-day event, but it looks like it should be pretty good, and that one's a free event, that's fun too. Always like the events that people can get into for nothing. Bless you. I did not just do that. Okay. Hey, it's Space Viking Productions. You came in just in time to watch me break my pencil like an absolute goober. Oh my goodness. What? Who does this? What did I? How did I even do this? It's been one of those days. It's very much been one of those days. Space Viking Productions, are you going to be at the main Odd and Unusual show or Galacticon? Am I going to see you like ever, or do I need to come find you? You got a new car. Finally have a place for your Arena of Comics. I know what I'm doing. Yay! You're gonna be at both, but only selling at Galactic. Okay, no, that's awesome. It'll be awesome to see you, even just hanging out. Almost, honestly, almost better just hanging out because one of the things. So for those who do not know, Space Viking Productions is another great comic artist and just general artist and illustrator. Does a lot of cool Viking stuff and space stuff, as you might guess. How could you not go to Galactic? It's in your name. Exactly. We're friends, and one of the things that we run into is with only seeing each other at conventions primarily is that we will try to have a conversation and then we both have to keep stopping and like, working, selling people stuff at our booth, answering questions and stuff. Like, gosh, it's like people think we're working there or something. This is part of why we started doing artist retreat weekends is because we would so many of our circle of friends, we would see each other at conventions and then no other time, and we would never get to actually just like talk and hang out we're because we'd like get a couple sentences into a conversation and then like, oh, someone's at my table. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go make a sale. Hold on. Oh, somebody's hanging out at my table. I gotta go talk to them. Oh, let me see if this person, they look like they might stop. Nope, they didn't stop. Never mind. Which to be clear, we don't actually mind. We're just joking when we say like, what, do they think we're working here or something? That is of course why we are there. But we do also just enjoy hanging out, like other comic artists just enjoy hanging out with each other too. Horsey. All right. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's already 52. I do enjoy hanging out. It's true. It's already 52 minutes. We're already almost done with this stream because I only stream for about an hour because then I need to like get up and stretch and get some water or tea or what have you. And you should do the same. Get up and move your body and give it some sustenance. I will work on finishing up this last panel here while I do the YouTube things. Also, I'm going to read this comment. Figured I'd body double with you, finalizing the director's cut of Void Sever. Oh, awesome. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea. I really honestly miss my friend Higgins used to stream during the mornings on Twitch. And I really, really miss him doing that. He got like a regular 9 to 5 job. So he had been working in a game store. So he like was available in the mornings. And now he works like at a regular job with 9 to 5 type hours. So now he doesn't do that anymore. And it was just like the best body doubling, just having somebody just kind of rambling while you're working. Ugh, it's a bummer. Why are your ears so large, sir? Well, they were too large and far away. All right, let's get your little kitty face shape, sort of. I'm not digging that kitty face shape entirely, but it's a start. So, anyway, YouTube things. I'm Amanda Call. This is my channel here on the YouTubes. This is my comic, Age of Night, which you can read at ageofnight.com. That's spelled AGEOFNIGHT.com. I update with a new comic page just about every Wednesday, and you can read the whole thing online for free. However, if you would like to support me, there's plenty of ways you can do that. You can buy copies of my comic, various online comic retailers. If you are interested in getting like a digital version, then I personally think you can't do much better than getting it from skirmisher.com. Skirmisher Publishing is my digital publishing partners, and they do a really high quality PDF version of my comics, and I get a better cut from that than I do if you buy it on Amazon, which you can still buy it on Amazon too. If that's what you do, that's fine. You can buy physical copies from me as well at events. The next event that I'm going to be at, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be Maine's Odd and Unusual Show at the Augusta Civic Center in Augusta, Maine, Memorial Day weekend. You can also support me on Patreon if you would like to do that. What is this? This is Belle's leg that I have here. That's what I have going on. Okay. That's a knee. There we go. I lost my train of thought. Yes, Patreon. Patrons get all of their comic pages a week early, as well as other behind the scenes sneak peeks at what I'm working on, free comics for signing up, all sorts of cool stuff like that. And of course, it just really helps me out. So I appreciate that. And if you want to catch when I'm doing these live streams, you can follow me here on YouTube. I'm usually doing them at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. But in case I have to bump the stream to a different day or time or just miss it entirely because life, I try to post about it here on YouTube. So following the channel is a good way to get those updates. I do also try to keep updated on various social medias where you can usually find me as either Age of Night, spelled just like the comic, or at Amanda Call Art. That is going to do it for this evening. So I only have a little bit of penciling left, so I'll probably finish this panel off stream, get this scanned in because I always scan in my pencils just in case like something tragic happens in the inking stage and I gotta like recover the whole thing. But yeah, so next time we'll start in with inking this page next week. Lettering and inking is where we'll be going. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me this evening, and I will see you all next time. Bye.